First of all, watch Artificer Tom's video because I can't stitch it. You need context for this. I'm going to take his proposed Zelda game, though, and run with it a little bit. First, maybe to really just drive the point home, make it a carbon copy of Ocarina of Time, because that game establishes the relationship the Triforce has with its bearers. You can really subvert the nostalgia that way. Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf's roles have all been switched, and that changes huge swaths of Ocarina of Time. Ganondorf is still King of the Gerudo, but now he fights for the downtrodden. Zelda is still the princess, but she's power-hungry, and now maybe her legend is more like a campfire ghost story. And Link is still with the Kokiri, but he's become an almost sage-like figure under the Great Deku Tree. He's also now the damsel in distress. Now he's the one that has to be rescued by Ganondorf from Zelda. And maybe have them fighting throughout the story this kind of weird off feeling, until you can pay it off at the end in this big juxtaposition moment. Maybe have the Golden Goddesses show all three bearers their counterparts from Ocarina of Time. Maybe because the timeline of this current game is an errant timeline, and the Ocarina of Time game is actually how things are supposed to be. Yes, it's kind of like the TVA in Loki. But maybe, in this big act of defiance, all three bearers say something to the effect of, things don't need to be the way they always used to be. Things can change, maybe, regardless of what fate has to say about it. Or maybe each of them recognizes that they don't want to become their Ocarina of Time counterparts, but they also recognize in those counterparts something that they need or are missing in order to become whole. That off feeling that they've been feeling this whole time? Ganondorf, you are courageous, but you lack the power to control your recklessness. Link, you are wise, but you lack the courage to use it to help others. Zelda, you are powerful, but you lack the wisdom to understand why that's important in the first place. And maybe that nudges them a little bit into becoming more fully realized human beings. Maybe it even redeems Zelda. Maybe they redeem each other. Or if you really wanted to be a jerk, maybe Ganondorf and Link are cool with correcting the timeline, but Zelda isn't. And then you have a final battle that sort of threatens to destroy all timelines or something. Ganon finally gets the Triforce and he uses it with Link to correct the mistake. Even though Ganondorf for once wants to be the good guy. But maybe by doing this, he finally is. And no one, sadly, will know his sacrifice except for us. Final note. It's a garish title, but maybe call it Legend of Zelda Twist of Fate. Or Twisted Fates. Or, something better.